King Frederick X and Queen Mary of Denmark begin their state visit to Estonia. Princess Sophie Alexandra of Bavaria joins the nonprofit organization Women for Women Germany. Queen Maxima of the Netherlands visits New York City. And the Princess of Wales visits a rugby club in Wakefield. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. In Wakefield, Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales, as patron of the Rugby Football League, visited the Wakefield Trinity Rugby League Club. During the visit, the Princess met with staff and players and learned more about the club's community outreach programs, focusing on how the sport can help bring people together and address social challenges such as isolation and youth development. In London, Their Majesties, King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom hosted a reception at Buckingham Palace for survivors of the Holocaust and their families on the occasion of Holocaust Memorial Day. Holocaust Memorial Day marks the anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration and extermination camp. The day commemorates the 6 million Jewish people murdered during the Holocaust, as well as the millions of other victims of Nazi persecution. The theme for Holocaust Memorial Day 2026 is Bridging Generations, which focuses on the importance of passing on testimony and historical memory to younger generations. According to Buckingham Palace, during the reception, the King and guests viewed portraits of 7 Holocaust survivors who have been recognized for their work in Holocaust awareness and education. The portraits were commissioned by the King when he was a Prince of Wales and are currently on display in the East Wing of Buckingham Palace. Their Majesties also met with representatives from organizations involved in Holocaust education, including the Holocaust Memorial Day Trust, the Anne Frank Trust UK, and the Holocaust Educational Trust. In Monacoville, Their Serene Highnesses, Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco, and Miss Melanie Antoinette de Massy attended a solemn mass at the Cathédrale de Monaco on the occasion of Fête de Saint-Devote. This morning's mass was presided over by the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa. Following the mass, Cardinal Pizzaballa led the traditional procession through the streets of Monacoville with the relics of Saint-Devote, along with the Archbishop of Monaco, Dominique Marie David, the Knights of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, clergy, nuns, members of the Sovereign Prince's government, and the faithful. At Palacio de la Zarzuela in Madrid, Her Majesty, Queen Letizia of Spain, held an audience with a management team and designers participating in the 83rd edition of Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Madrid on the occasion of the event's 40th anniversary. Although Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Madrid is marking 40 years since its establishment, the current season corresponds to its 83rd edition, as the Fashion Week is held twice a year. In Farmsum, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands officially opened the new factory for Circtec, the company that recycles old tires. According to RVD, Circtec was established in 2009 to give worn-out car tires a new purpose through chemical recycling. Quote, "When the plant is fully operational, the CO2 reduction from this project will be equivalent to approximately 5% of the CO2 emissions from the entire chemical sector in the Netherlands. In this way, CircTech contributes to the creation of a circular economy. The plant is planned to be operating at full capacity by the end of 2028. End quote. Meanwhile, Her Majesty, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, in her capacity as the United Nations Secretary-General's Special Advocate for Financial Security, began her 2-day working visit to New York City. According to RVD, during the visit, the Queen will hold a, quote, strategic meeting to discuss the agenda for the coming period with staff at the UNSGSA office, which supports her in her international work on financial health. The office is part of the United Nations Development Program. End quote. Tomorrow, the Queen will meet with the new director of the UNDP, Alexander de Croo, to discuss the progress of her UN work. In Vaduz, His Serene Highness, Hereditary Prince Alois of Liechtenstein, hosted a farewell reception at Schloss Vaduz for the athletes representing Liechtenstein at the upcoming Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games in Milano Cortina. In Munich, it was announced that Her Royal Highness, Princess Sophie Alexandra of Bavaria, has joined the board of Women for Women Germany. The appointment follows her assumption of the patronage of the organization's fundraising campaign, She Inspires Me, last November. Women for Women International is a nonprofit organization that supports women in conflict-affected regions, helping them regain economic and social independence through access to education, skills training, and resources. The princess's involvement with Women for Women Germany is linked to her professional experience, including her work with the United Nations on ending violence against women and her academic research at the University of Oxford on justice for survivors of genocide. In Stockholm, Their Majesties, King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden attended a memorial service in remembrance of the victims of the Holocaust, held at Stockholm's Great Synagogue. This morning, Her Royal Highness, Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway, concluded her visit to Finnmark in northern Norway. As I mentioned in yesterday's episode, the purpose of the visit was for the princess to get to know more about Finnmark, Sami culture, language, and heritage. The day began with the princess visiting the Kirkenes School and the Tana Upper Secondary School. In Tallinn, Their Majesties, King Frederick X and Queen Mary of Denmark began their 2-day state visit to the Republic of Estonia at the invitation of the President, Alar Karis. According to the Royal Court of Denmark, the purpose of the state visit is to reaffirm the close bilateral relationship between Denmark and Estonia, with a particular focus on digital resilience, cybersecurity, and future cooperation in the field of security and innovation. The state visit began at the Town Hall Square, where Their Majesties were warmly welcomed by the President and the First Lady of the Republic of Estonia. Following the inspection of the Guards of Honor, the playing of the national anthems, and the presentation of delegations, Their Majesties participated in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Monument to the War of Independence. In the mid-morning, Their Majesties and the presidential couple held a meeting at the Presidential Palace and visited the memorial to the victims of communism. In the afternoon, Their Majesties held a meeting with the Prime Minister of Estonia before visiting Rocket 69 Science Studios. The day ended with the presidential couple hosting a concert and a glittering gala state banquet at St. Nicholas Church in honor of Their Majesty's state visit. Guests attending the gala included members of the government of Estonia, representatives of the Danish delegation, members of Their Majesty's Court, and distinguished guests. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, January 28th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, enjoy your afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care and God bless.